Right, so the last thing to do in preparation for the DLC is to get to New Game Plus 7. So we're going to be wrong warping from the 4 belfries. So in order to do that, we're going to pick up 3 graces, and then we're going to make sure we unlock the round table. The reason we need the round table is the wrong warp works by teleporting from the crumbling Farum back to the round table grace. I don't know the technicalities, but apparently that's the path you have to take, and then quitting out at a specific point of the loading screen in order to end up respawning at the entry of the crumbling Farum, which is of course where you usually get to after you light the kiln. So after unlocking the maiden, we can make our way all the way to the 4 belfries, light the grace, and then rest, and this will trigger the round table cutscene, allowing us to unlock that grace. We can then come back to the 4 belfries, head up here, and open the chest to get ourselves the imbued sword key, which of course allows us to unlock one of the gates that allows us to warp to, well, in this case, the crumbling Farum. We've also got the Church of Anticipation, the starting zone with the grafted Scion, and then somewhere underneath with a random Crucible Knight. So we can just head down to the first belfry, and this is going to be the crumbling Farum warp gate. So after unlocking it, we of course can warp to the crumbling Farum, but this is a little section that's cut off from the rest of the main map. But from here we can now use the wrong warp to get to the starting point of the zone. Now from here, all we have to do is warp back to the round table grace, and then quit out on this loading screen at a very specific point. Now, I actually got it too early on that screen, so you'll notice the bar goes full and then has a little bit further. You want to hit just before that little extra tick. I know it's really hard to point out, right? But that will net you the starting zone, otherwise you'll end up to the grace you teleported to. If you do it too early, you'll stay where you were. So, as you can see, when I've reloaded in, unfortunately, I'm still here in this little island section, meaning we have to try again. Now, can I get it this time? Well, yes, because I already know. So, we're a little bit quicker and managed to get it right before it hit that last tick of the loading bar, but you still, again, need to hit it when it's almost full, but not completely, right? It's like 98%, 99%, somewhere around there. Otherwise, again, you will end up at the grace you teleported in if you're too late, or where you were if you were too slow. But we did manage to get it this time right on that last little tick. So this time when we load in, we are at the start of the crumbling Farum. And now, of course, we can progress as normal. So go fight the unfortunate Duo Godskin boss, and then, of course, Malekith. Though one thing I do want to highly recommend every time you make your way through here is to always finish off this ancient dragon. So he drops an ancient smithing stone, and then just behind him is an ancient somber smithing stone. Of course, both of them are kind of rare to find, so you do definitely want to grab at least these two. The majority are in the Consecrated Snowfield and the Erdtree, right, which are some tough areas. So if you are just trying to speed through the new games, it's definitely worth picking these ones up. Now, with Malekith done, all we have to do is make our way back to the Erdtree, and of course take on the Ragadon and the Elden Beast. God, I'm glad they enabled Torrent, but up first we've got Gideon. Luckily, we actually invested in Dex, so we can outspeed him right here in our little cast face-off. Easy peasy. Then just a nice hop, jump, and skip against Klloo, and we can finish him off nice and easy. And finally, just Radagon, and of course the Elden Beast. I do kind of wish the fight was just a bit longer on the Radagon phase. Maybe, you know, buff him up, add a bit more movesets, maybe have, like, Marika pop out as a weird twisted face, right, and cast or do something, because the music, fantastic, the scenery, fantastic, but God, is the Elden Beast just an absolute horrid fight in my opinion, right? It's just a giant sea slug, right, that you're chasing around. If you're doing melee, it's just awful. If you're doing magic, it's kind of better, but still awful. Either way, we just cheese it with Shard Spiral. We can get a ton of damage off straight away. Just stack them up, and use Torrent to escape the Flame Breath. Again, so glad they enabled Torrents. Oh God, this fight used to be so worse to close the gap, and now, of course, we just ride along on Torrent. Torrent can finally have some actual use, especially here at the very end game. And we just have to land enough casts to finish off the Elden Beast, and we're done. We just rinse and repeat all the way to New Game Plus 7, which is Journey 8, and I think I got like 2 more to do after this one. But yeah, that's my prep done, right? We got our level to 500, hit the soft caps for the majority of stats, and I'm making my way to New Game Plus 7. All in time for the DLC, so I guess I'll see you there. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.